Hello dears, in this video we will be seeing about network architecture. We can see what is a peer-to-peer architecture, what is client-server model, and then work group versus domain network. So first is peer-to-peer architecture. It is otherwise called as point-to-point network or P2P network. In point-to-point network, the peers are computer systems which are connected to each other through internet. Here, the files can be shared directly between systems on the network without the need of a central server. Here, all the computers will be treated as peers, that is, friends. So, no one is superior to one another, and each one will be performing as a server as well as a client. So, the communication is just between two computers, that is, a server, that is, a receiver, and a transmitter, just like a telephone conversation. In point-to-point scheme, separate communication channels are there for each pair of computers. And when we add more computers, we need different communication links. So this is the diagram for peer-to-peer architecture. You can see three different peer-to-peer architecture. In the case of figure A, there are two computers which communicates directly. In figure B, there are three computers. So in order to communicate with each other, they need three communication links, separate links. And when you come to the figure C, there are four computers, so separate communication links you can see between each computer. So as the number of computer increases, the communication links will also increases, because here the computers are communicating directly between each other. Now let's see the advantages of peer-to-peer network. Easy file sharing. Here, since the computers are connected to each other directly, the file sharing is quick over larger distances. Reduced cost, because there is no need to set up a server, so the cost will be reduced. Adaptability. If you want to add one more computer into this network, it is very easy. You can add a computer and add a communication link. That's it. Reliability. Here you can see in this figure B, the central computer, that is the second computer, even if it fails, the communication link is there between 1 and 3. So even if one computer fails, still the communication is possible between the other computers in the network. So that is reliability. High performance. Here you can add more computers and the performance will be increasing proportionally. Now, efficiency. Point-to-point networks collaborates between devices, and each devices having different resources can be shared and it benefit the whole network. Now, there are some disadvantages of peer-to-peer network. First one, the files or resources are not centrally organized with the P2P network, because the files are scattered in different computers. It is not possible to collect it all together. Virus introduction risks rise with a peer-to-peer network, and there is no way to back up files or folders centrally. The network fails to provide security while accessing data. That is another major disadvantage. Next is client-server architecture. We know what is a client, we know what is a server. So here the server will be acting as a boss, and in client-server architecture, the server hosts, delivers, and manages most of the resources and services to the client. And this type of architecture has one or more clients connected to a central network. The communication is always through the server. If two clients want to communicate with each other, they have to transfer the data through the server. So the server will be acting as an intermediate point for the communication. So all the communication takes place only through the server. Examples of servers we know: web servers, mail servers, file servers, etc. What are the advantages of a client server architecture? The first advantage is that all the required data is concentrated in a single central place, that is the server. So it is very easy to protect the data and provide authorization and authentication. Server need not be located physically close to the clients if the data can be accessed efficiently. And it is easy to replace, upgrade, or relocate the nodes in the client server model because all the nodes are independent and request data only from the server. All the nodes, that is clients and server, may not be built on similar platforms, yet they can easily facilitate the transfer of data. Now coming to the disadvantages of client server architecture. If all the clients simultaneously request data from the server, we know that there will be heavy traffic. So this leads to congestion in the network. That is the greatest disadvantage. Another disadvantage is that if the server fails, the whole network fails. Then nobody can communicate with each other because the server is a central node which helps in communication. The cost of setting and maintaining a client server model is quite high compared to a peer-to-peer architecture, and we need some IT professional or a knowledge a person with good knowledge in IT to manage the server. Now, what is a workgroup versus domain network? Workgroup and domain are the two standard methods provided by the Windows to manage a network. Coming to workgroup network, workgroup is a collection of computers connected on a LAN that share the common resources and responsibilities. Workgroup follows the peer-to-peer model. You must have seen some workgroup in your Windows laptop or desktop, whatever. So it is very simple to create a network when all are in the same LAN. So one can just start a work group. There will be some accounts system to log into the system, and just like you create a WhatsApp group, one will be the admin, and you can join the clients after that. Uh, mm, just like that, in work group network also, one can create a group and then you can add your friends or peers, and then it would be then you will be creating a local network, and then it is easy for sharing files, printers, or internet connection. All computer systems are peers, and no computer cannot control another computer, just like what we have seen in a peer-to-peer network. And every computer sets user accounts. To make use of them, uh, you must have an account on that computer. The number of computer systems are limited to 10 or 20. Every computer must be a part of the same LAN. Now, what is a domain network? Windows domain is similar to client server network model, and it includes many computers with at least one domain controller. So here the domain controller will be acting as a server, the remaining ones will be acting as clients. Authentication takes place on domain controllers. A user with an account on the domain can log on to any computer system without having the account on that computer. So now you know what is a domain network and what is a work group. Now find out the major differences between the work group and domain network. Consider this as an assignment. Make a table and find out the differences, at least 4 to 5 differences you have to write and upload. Okay, thank you.